In the meantime, our good friend Bryan Lewis. Bryan Lewis is the CEO of a company called Intellicheck. They're publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange, IDN. IDN is their stock symbol, and of course, Intellicheck.com is their website. I am not an owner of this stock as of yet, but I wanted to give the symbol out just because I thought, you know, it's smart because you got a really good management team, a good market size here, a proprietary advantage, and a very cool product. And I love their capacity to help law enforcement to sort of keep everybody on the straight and narrow with respect to IDs, because identity theft is at an all-time high. But then also, you know, those of us who own teenagers and millennials, this is a good thing. I mean, look at I will admit to you, I think the statute of limitations is up. When I turned 20 years old, my good friend Scott Keller and I, who worked at Price Club back in the day,
let's reminisce.
We looked sort of alike, and he was 21. He was 22, and I was 20.
Had the fake ID then.
So I went into the DMV.
Yeah.
That's back in the day. You didn't go get somebody made. You walk in there, and I still remember. I had to memorize. He lived at 6626 Del Barton Avenue. Right. I remember. I mean, I can still remember the street.
Oh, bad.
Because I had. But yeah, we did. I took. You know, and it was. You know. Kids do that stuff.
Yeah, I do that.
Do I regret it?
Yeah.
Yes, kids, I regret it.
Okay.
But the point is now, Bryan, it's much more sophisticated now, aren't they? When you see, I mean, even your trained eye, without your proprietary technology, when you see a driver's license, can you tell just by looking at it in a dark light as somebody's walking into a nightclub if it's real or not? I'm going to say probably not.
No, they all advertise. The sites that sell these advertise that they will pass the backlight test and they'll scan. And law enforcement will admit that they can't tell with the naked eye, which is why over 55 law enforcement agencies use our product when they are, you know, enforcing underage restrictions at bars and vaping stores.
So it
is.
Let's talk about the vaping thing, because there's a teen vaping epidemic that the U.S. is facing, and it's fueled because, you know, of course, kids do stupid stuff because other kids do stupid stuff, and they see it and I want to do that too. And now there's a huge demand for these products.
I want a cloud over my head.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It used to be a thought bubble. Now it's just a cloud.
I'm going to the cloud.
So fake IDs are probably, I'm going to say, the heart of the problem. And the FDA is trying to, you know, figure this thing out. Where do you guys stand on this, and how important is this for you to give this information over to law enforcement and the FDA so you can help them out?
Yeah, we commented. They asked for comment. They've got a comment period now, and we wrote on it. We believe that the law needs to catch up with the technology, and the law right now just says that I need to visually inspect a license. And it's impossible. And I'll especially say in college towns and other places where you've got kids from all over the country, I can't tell you what a Pennsylvania license looks like because it's a neighboring state. How is somebody in the store going to be able to do that? So what we need to do is say that you need to be able to scan and authenticate with 100% certainty that it matches the format of each individual state for the year that the license was issued. And if you do that, this problem really goes away. It's almost a rite of passage now. When kids are getting ready to go off to college, you know, you get 4 or 5 of your friends together, the price drops by 50% at least to get one of these fake licenses. All you do is pick your state and send them a photograph. Wow. And in a few weeks, you have a license that will pass almost any test.
So we've got this identity theft thing where, as you mentioned, our information is just out there now. We can't just press reset on the internet anymore. I mean, I always say it was back in CompuServe days or America Online or Prodigy when you bought a Price Club computer. Right. And what you did is they said, well, what's your social? Here's my social.
Yeah.
Here's my birthday.
I guess it's safe. Yeah. Oh, that's why it's terrible.
Occurred to us. It's like, hey, let me give you a thumbprint just for.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, if they had biomechanics or biofeedback, we would have done that. So not only is it out there, and then of course losses go through the roof for not only lost, you know, office productivity as for our law enforcement, also just the dollars that are lost just because of fake ID. And now you're talking about, you know, keeping our kids safe. There's a whole other sector of age restricted products. It's not just vaping. It comes down to alcohol alcohol. It comes down to cigarettes. It comes down to driver's licenses in some cases.
And cannabis.
Talk
right?
about
Big market with
that just a little
cannabis.
bit because and even and of course cannabis.
I
is
thought
all
you were going to forget about us.
Well, how could I,
Yeah,
Rusty?
I know.
You're standing next to me. Anyway, so talk a little bit about I think with the cannabis front, we're going to go just like Canada did very shortly. The federal government is going to approve this thing, and now you got a whole other deal on your hands there, Bryan. Talk about that.
Well, that's where we've been partnering with a lot of the trade groups for each of these products. So restaurant associations, the SFATA, the Smoke-Free Alternative Trade Association for Vaping, is a nationwide organization. New York State Vaping partnered with us to put the product out to their members, and we're willing to give a discount to them as members because we really believe in what we're doing, and we believe it's good for the children not to do this the same way that the associations do. So the market is certainly out there. It's very large. You can't walk down a block in New York City without running past 3 or 4 bars and a liquor store. Yeah. So there's plenty of places to sell to. And again, it's what we're finding are the people who are socially responsible, want to do the right thing, want to keep this out of kids' hands, are the ones who are buying the product. And you would think it would be even larger. The FDA put out action letters to 20 different companies saying, "What are you doing about this?"
Here's the thing, Bryan, is and you guys are the ones that are doing something about it. Bryan, I thank you so much. I can't wait to have you back. I know you got a busy week and an earnings call and everything else. Go check out Intellicheck.com.
I have more questions.
Stock symbol ID. Well, we're going to have them back.
I hope
I'm
so.
going to try to get them in. Bryan, thank you so much.